Hello everyone, it's Joanna and welcome back to Chaotic Cosplays. Yay, since the name changed. Today I'm going to be doing a Himiko Toga makeup tutorial. So, that out of the way, let's get into it. Okay, so now we're ready to start. I'm sorry for background noise and my dog's barking. There's not really much I can do about that. Even though I film in my basement, they are very loud. So first things first, I'm going to take off my glasses and be blind. So the first thing I'm going to do is it seems kind of weird, I guess, to some people, but I like to go in with my concealer first. This is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Concealer. Medium full coverage, and it is in C1. So I'm gonna take this with the very little that's left on it, and I'm gonna go right here on the bridge of my nose, and I like to just make like a little, I don't know, I say tree, that's what I thought of, with just 3 lines, a little dot on top of each eyelid, and then line underneath each eye. And then anywhere else where I feel like I have extra acne. The little goes a super long way with this stuff, so be very careful about how much you put on. Now I'm going to take just a standard beauty blender. Everything in this video is not sponsored, by the way. I only have like 100 something subscribers. And make sure that it's wet, otherwise it's going to soak up. So it's a lot bigger. Like, take this one compared to this one, it is a big difference. And also so that it doesn't try and soak up all of your stuff. Just take that and pat and blend out all the places that you just put concealer. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to go in with foundation, and I use the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation, and I use shade F2. Now I'm just going to take this, and I like to do a big swipe there on each cheek, across here on the forehead, right here I guess these are like your temples, on chin, cheeks, and then just a little bit down here, because you want to get like down onto your neck a little bit, so that it's not like crazy looking. Then again, taking the beauty blender and just blending it all out. Okay, that seems to be blended in pretty well. So next thing we're going to do is, again, Revolution. I really like Revolution's products. I use a lot of them for my base. Going to go in with the Revolution Translucent Baking Powder. Looks like this. You can get like pretty much everything that I use in here. I got the majority of it from either like Walmart, Meijer, or Ulta Beauty. So I'm going to take this, the translucent powder, and I just use like the back of the palette because it makes it easier to get out. And I just tap, like squeeze the bottle container thing a little bit. And just get some out. Beware if you're wearing black clothes, because this will get on your black clothes and look white. And then I take another beauty blender, this one's dry, and I pat it in there. And I just pat all underneath my eyes to bake it so that I don't have wrinkles under my eyes. And I take it and I do a swipe right down the bridge of my nose. And then take right here along my jawline on one side, and then on the other side. And there we go. And while we let this set, I like to go, I do things in weird order, but next I like to do my eyebrows. For my eyebrows, while I could totally get like an actual like eyebrow stuff, I just use eyeshadow. I'm using the Morphe Artistry palette in 35P, which is Plum Pleasers. And this is going to be our main palette for the video. It looks like this. That's pretty colors. Yeah, we're going to go in with this color right here, which is like literally the middle color of the entire palette. Get a good amount on the brush, and this is just like a little bit larger angled brush, and tap it to get the excess off, and then fill in those brows. Try and keep them small for Toga. I just like doing brown brows since she's a blonde, and I already have pretty dark eyebrows. And if you're also like me, you have two completely different eyebrows that you cannot seem to get to look the same shape no matter what you do. So at some point you just have to accept that your eyebrows are going to look different and move on. This is following the natural shape of my eyebrows, and they are completely different. Okay, so our eyebrows are done and we can go back now, and I'm going to take this brush from Eco Tools. It is the Precision Powder brush, and just wipe off all of that excess and try and use it to get as much of my face as I can so that I don't have to use as much, and then take what's left on here, getting more if necessary, and just I like to pat it in and then swipe it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is actually going to take that palette that I put myself on. This is the E.l.f. contour palette, and we're going to contour our jaw and our nose. So I'm taking the E.l.f. contouring brush, and I'm just going to go right here. I already have quite high cheekbones, so you want to go up up against your cheekbone. If I just go down here, then I'm not going to make my cheekbones look higher. So you want to get it right under there, like just right, oh gosh, right under where you would put highlight, which is right here. And then I'm going to take just a little bit on my jawline, not as much as I would do if I was doing a boy. I just want to make my jawline look just slightly smaller. And I'm going to take another brush from Eco Tools. This is the classic concealer brush. I never use these brushes for the right thing. And I'm taking this kind of middle shade, putting a little bit on here, and then just going right here along my nose. And then again on the other side. So you want a cute little tiny nose. Then I'm taking this brush, no idea who it's from, RTXVL. I got it for my birthday. It's the 046 brush, I guess. And this is an angled brush. It's like a very stiff angled brush. So it's good for blending out this type of stuff. And just taking circular motions and doing it kind of hard to blend it out. Okay, so now that we're contoured a little bit, I'm using quite light color, so it's not doing a ton, but it's just very subtle. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this Colourpop Supershock Cheek Matte Light Cream Blush in color Growth Flirt. I'm going to take a third beauty blender. I know we use a lot in this, but there's a reasoning, and just really get in there and try and get as much as possible, especially when you're running out like I am. And it's going to go right here across, right on the apples of your cheeks. And if you have to really swipe it, we want to look basically sunburnt. And the best way to do it to get in the right spot is to smile and then just rub it into the apples of your cheeks. Now that we look like we spent 5 hours in the sun, take this brush right here. It's another Eco Tools brush. I love this brush set. It's great. This is the Airbrush Complexion brush, and again, I like holding it up here. I feel like it's easier to get a lot of control than it is to do here, and just really blend that out so it's not so harsh. And this is to give Toga her signature blushing look. And in real life, it will probably look a lot more like dramatic, but especially if you're like me and you mostly do it to make videos, like in real life this is way brighter than it is on camera. So while it might feel like way too much on camera, it like disappears. The next thing we're gonna do, and that kind of completes the just base face look, is take the Wet n Wild Hello Halo Blushlighter. This is Highlight Bling. I'm going in with this thin fan brush. I don't know what the brand is. And going in, you can basically use any like just white concealer. Or not white, white highlighter. And as you can see, it gets a lot on there, so be careful. Make sure you top the brush and just go in right here. Try and get like a lot on there. And then I like to go up right here. Really just like go wild with the highlight. I love doing lots of highlight. And then I like to go in with my finger for this part. I usually use my middle finger for whatever reason and just go right down the center and then right on the tip like you're making an exclamation mark. Be sure to leave a space like right here. If you need to, blend that out a little bit if it's more dramatic than you want. So we're going to take another Eco Tools brush. This is the flat eyeliner brush. I like using none of these for their intended purpose pretty much. And just go very lightly underneath the brows. And then I like to take just a little bit and put it right on my cupid's bow. Okay, we can move on to probably one of the most important parts of this look. If actually like the most important part of this look, which is the eyeshadow eye makeup look. And I'm trying to get this as close as I can. I'll try and zoom in the video when I edit it, but I'm sorry if it's kind of hard to see. I have a table, so this is as close as I can get to it. And I have a number of brushes that I use for this, which I'm going to get out now, and I'll show you them before I use them as well. So I have this E.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush. I have this smaller blending brush, which I have no idea where it came from. Just a tiny fluffy blending brush. This Wet n Wild, like ever so slightly angled fluffy brush, which is kind of like a medium one. This one, which I don't know the brand of, but it's an all over eyeshadow brush. It's like not flat, but it's not like round fluffy, if you know what I mean. And then this concealer brush, which is very small and more precise. This Eco Tools Precision Shadow brush, Eco Tools Blurring Shadow brush, and Eco Tools Micro Smudge. I'm not sure that I'm going to use all these, but these are just like my eyeshadow brushes. This is what I use for eyeshadow all the time. So the first thing that you're going to do is just find a color, even if it's not on this palette, something that matches your skin tone, or just like slightly darker. Like this honestly like matches my natural skin tone better. Like that, but I'm actually going to use this one down here since I make my face is ever so slightly darker because of the makeup. And I have this thing, I have no idea where it came from. It's like an eyeshadow brush cleaner. And I just, before I do a makeup look, just like to clean everything off. Because it, like very easily, you can end up with colors that you don't want on your eye makeup look. And when we're trying to do a base color, we do not want to end up with black all over our eyelid, even if we're going to end up doing a dark eyeshadow look. I'm just going to take the Eco Tools Precision Shadow Brush and go into this color. And you don't have to use the exact products I use. These are just like the things that I actually use. And I'm just going to sweep all over the eye. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this color right here. It's like a maroon color. Yeah, it's a maroon color. That one right there. Again, I'm going to go with the Precision Shadow Brush from Eco Tools. And always tap your brush to help avoid fallout. And I'm going to go just kind of like in the inner corners with that, just going back and forth. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this kind of muted darkish purple shade. Again, I'm going to take the Eco Tools and precision shadow brush and just kind of do that like along the middle, just on the lid. And then we're going to take this really dark purple right here. And then that one's just going to go on, again, with this same brush. Blend that into the outer corner. My smallest round blending brush, round fluffy brush, I'm going to go into this black here very carefully. I'm just going to go in with just a little bit up through here. And you can make it messy because it's supposed to look like her makeup has been done very messily. So she probably didn't really get to learn how to do her makeup very much. Didn't really have anyone to teach her about it, and she's surrounded by boys, so it's not like she really has anyone to tell her very much on whether or not it looks good. Show that off and go in with a little bit more of this dark purple just to push the color values a little bit more. And then with the medium blending brush, we're just going to blend that all out, all up here. So the next thing that we're going to do is take this fluffy brush and go into this. Actually, we're going to first start going with the maroon color right here, just a little bit. I'm going from the inner corner and just kind of sweeping that underneath the eye. Since she does canonically have like designer eye bags. What's with the League of Villains and eye bags? I mean, Dobby has burnt eye bags. Toga has subtle eye bags. Shigaraki has the worst eye bags that anyone's ever seen in their life. And just bring that all underneath, all up here. And then we're going to take this dark one and be very careful with this dark purple. It's very easy to put way too much. And take that just in the inner corner. Now you're a crazy person, like you have way too much on. I'm taking this larger fluffy blending brush and just blending that out like crazy. I forgot something. I forgot this one. With that dark purple, I'm gonna take this smudge brush and go just underneath here. There we go. Just to darken it and kind of bring it around the eye so it doesn't feel like it just stops. Now comes probably one of the harder parts of this, which is eyeliner. So with eyeliner, I'm gonna get as close to this camera as I can, actually, so that I can really show you guys what I'm doing with this. I'm using the NYX Epic Ink Liner in black. I'm using the waterproof one. While it's not smudge proof, it is waterproof. So that's very helpful. And I'm just going to go right across my upper lash line. And then I'm going to take the wing at a slightly upwards angle. I'm going to make it quite big. I'm doing a pretty thick wing. I'm still trying to give it a nice point. Okay, they're pretty similar. They're similar enough. We're gonna have giant lashes on anyway, so I'm gonna take this. This is the NYX Retractable Eyeliner in white. And trigger warning for eye pulling, I guess. I'm trying to get close to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. And get all up in the waterline, and then I try and get this little weird part right here. Okay, that's done, and now I'm gonna take this is just an eyelash curler I got from my below, and very carefully curl my eyelashes because we're putting on huge lashes. I'm taking the Maybelline The Rocket Volume Express Mascara. So I got the waterproof one, but I didn't because I didn't think about it. And just get a crap ton of mascara on your eyelashes in preparation for the fake lashes. I'm going to take the Kiss You Do You lashes. This, I think it's like Ardell brand. I think that you can buy them. I had a big one of these and it was great, but I don't know where it went. And then this Duo Eyelash Adhesive. You're going to take lashes. You don't have to use these lashes. You don't have to use lashes. If you don't make your eyeliners thick. It's like, I look like I have no eyelashes now. And just use like 50 layers of mascara. You want to take it and get it all along the lash line and try not to get it like all onto the lashes themselves, because if you have eyelash glue all over your lashes, then you're gonna have eyelash glue all over your real lashes. I'm not like the expert at putting on eyelashes, and I like just blow on it and like wave it because you don't want it to be soaking, like the glue to be soaking wet when you put it on. I'm gonna look this way. Instead of going this way, go up so that the eyelashes sit facing upwards. And then you can use this part, like the squishy part of this tool, to help push it on to where you want it. You're trying to get as close to your natural lash line as possible. Here we go, giant eyelashes. And I'll be back after I get the other one on because we don't need to watch me do this twice. Okay, so now we have both lashes on. The method that I'm going to be using today is going to be the lipstick or liquid lipstick method. If it's Sephora like matte liquid lip, shade 93, which is the one I think I'm going to do today. You want just a little bit on the top and bottom. You want to look like a crazy person, and then use your finger to pat it and drag it out. That's too much on the outer, so just gonna take makeup wipe. That's kind of the base, and then just gonna go in with and wipe off most of it so you don't have very much. Just the tiniest little bit. And then even tinier amount. That's the first half of lips, and the second half is taking a really thick lip gloss. This is the OE Beauty lip gloss. Yeah, this is really old and probably expired. And take just a crap ton of that. Make your lips look really nice and glossy and get that kind of Japanese Korean lip look that is so popular. And there you go. And with that, our Himiko Toga makeup look is complete. And without the wig and everything, it kind of looks like craziness. So, I'm going to get into the rest of the cosplay and do some pretty glamour shots.